Okay, brother, you know what time it is? It is time for a review between two pretty different motorcycles, but I think they can honestly be considered pretty similar. The FZ09 and the Husqvarna 701. People say that the FZ09 is kind of like a Supermoto because of how it stands in its seating position. Your arms are pretty upright, and you sit... Actually, let me just sit on it. I'm sitting straight up and down, basically. My arms are right in front of me, and I have a very commanding grip on it. I think if the handlebars were up a little farther, it would feel more like a Supermoto, but it's still Supermoto-ish, especially with its very playful nature. And this, of course, an actual Supermoto. Again, you're sitting very upright, your arms are in a commanding position, but, you know, the bars in this one are up a little more. Again, another very playful bike. This is a very strange comparison, but I own the two, so I'm going to do a video on the two. So, where the FZ09, I feel, or I guess a naked bike, does better than a Supermoto would be out here. These are some long and fast roads, very wide, and you can lean a little bit into it, but it's nothing crazy aggressive. Hello, camper. Connor's not very much of a racy rider, so can't get too much on him. I feel like this is where this bike does great, because you can really punch on it, you can really have a lot of fun on it, it's not running out of power, and you're definitely using all its gears as the bike wants to be used. Because this bike has that extra power over the 701, a Supermoto, because naked bikes would have more power than a Supermoto because they're more street oriented, it's able to get away from it. But like for these long straightaways, you can just punch it. On this bike, again, the FZ09 is known for being a little wonky when it comes to corners and street stuff like that. I could feel it coming up out of that turn right there. You can feel it's a little wonky, especially as you lay back into it. It got a little wiggled. It's nothing awful though. Whereas on a Supermoto 701, you will find that it's really refined coming in and out of turns. I have lost Connor. I hope he's not dead. Oh. Yes, I would say these long sweeping roads with very long turns, they feel great on naked bikes. And this will be the twisty road section. So when it comes to twisty roads like these, the bike doesn't feel as comfortable doing it, I would say. Because, like, look at this turn. On the Supermoto, you can lay it down. Here, not so much. And it's a lot more effort to throw over this 420-ish pound bike, maybe if it weighs even that much. Whereas Supermoto feels so much lighter. FZ09, it's still fun to do this kind of stuff on, but it's just a very big and heavy bike. So, hello. It's a bigger and heavier bike than a Supermoto would be. And Supermotos are meant to do this kind of things. However, out on the street and on faster and longer roads, I think this bike would be more preferable because it can actually, it's more built for that. It's more built for, that's the way it gives its power. It can just swoosh, fly away, and it feels like it just fits on the road a little bit better. Oh, I can hear him coming. Good, he's still alive. Ooh, look at him go! Oh yeah, get it, I guess. Was it fun though? Yeah. Is it easy going through the twisties on that? Was it easy going through the twisties on that?
I guess. Is it recording?
Yeah.
I'm bad at that.
Let's switch her off. Now we will go back the way we came and hit one more twisty. But this time, whoa, we'll be on different bikes. Oh my gosh, right off the bat, this thing is so freaking light. I just like hit that turn so fast. Oh, and I can also already tell you there is so much more vibrations in the handlebars. But dang, look at it hit these turns. I'm wide open, and it's not going. 900 would be gone. Glad I made this video so I can really see the difference between my two bikes. But granted, right as it gets to these corners, this bike is just so much more fun. And those front brakes are strong as hell as well. I'd say the seat's so much more uncomfortable. It holds a line and it shifts over so smoothly. The FZ09 would just bounce and bounce, wibble and wobble. FZ09 has so much torque on this thing. I think this thing has 50 foot-pounds, and that one has like 69 or something, or maybe 65, I don't know. But it's a difference, because this thing does not take off as easy. Even in 6th gear, the FZ09 just rips. This, you have to let it wind up a little. Alright, getting into this twisty section on the 701. I already tell ya, this thing feels great here. You can hit corners a little faster and sweep out of them much smoother. With the upright commanding position, you can easily, so easily, throw this bike over. The torque the bike makes going through these corners feels great. This is where that 50 foot-pounds is nice because the FZ09 like pulls super hard out of turns, especially in those lower gears. Whereas this one, it just always has such a perfect amount of pulling where it gets you going, but it's not yanking you like the FZ09 would. That's what I love about singles. I just love the power that they make. You can't go too crazy through some of these corners because there can be a lot of sand through here. It isn't exactly the best road. Probably because it doesn't have aspiring street Rossies in mind when it was made. Go into the apex. Also, one thing on a Supermoto, you kind of stick your foot out and really get into the turn there. A little bit of counter leaning, and you can just lay this thing off right over. A little harder to do on the FZ09, so you got to use your whole body to throw that thing on its side. Boy howdy, that was fun. because that is the perfect place for this thing to be. It's chassis and everything, how it sits, how you sit on the bike, feels perfect for going through those kind of turns and that kind of that kind of pace. It just feels right. Whereas on the FZ09 or on a naked bike, probably you're not as comfortable going through as tighter corners and stuff like that, because it's just more it's a heavier bike. It can get a little wonky going through it because it's not, you know, quite made for that kind of performance, whereas this was made for that kind of thing. And other supermotos, they're just built to be sharp. I guess we're just gonna wait for my brother now. Just do some wheelies or something. Oh yeah, because wheelies, that's where this thing, it just feels so good. Oh, Supermoto wheelies, they hit right. It's again back to that single cylinder power. It just comes on so softly coming up, and it's just so easy and gentle to control. And it feels like it just floats. There's no way I could do that on any other bike other than a Supermoto, just because it just feels so light and it feels so right. Damn, that man is booking. Oh no, that's right. He just doesn't shift up. Guess we head back home now.
Folks, see you next time.
Oh, you think the video's over? I'm gonna give you the camera on the way home.
Home.
So again, if you want to just like count straight areas, which one felt better, you know, which one felt like it was
In the
better
straights?
eating. What?
Like straight shots?
Yeah.
Definitely this one.
Okay, talk about that.
I go fast.
There isn't, I don't know if anyone's gonna say about the bike, but this one does better on straight shots because it's comfy, and I feel like it is stiffer, and I feel like I can have more control